Background, Nick Abraham, founder of Leadbird. We currently serve, I think right now, 112 clients as of today morning. Gotta check the number again. Built 4 different SaaS applications that serve over 8,000 users a month. Um, and yeah, we've been consistently doing about $200,000 a month in terms of revenue. I would say I'm pretty operational and automation tech heavy and have pretty good idea of like processes and stuff, but still came to Ryan and Tony to kind of refine a lot of things, which is why we're here.
Yeah, what was it about? I believe it was a social post that I made about the company or Tony's company brain process. Credit where credit is due to Tony. What was it about initially? What was it about that process that intrigued you? Even like despite the fact that you already have a much more sophisticated business than most people will probably ever have.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So yeah, like it's funny. I was onboarding a new hire, and we have a lot of moving pieces because there's tons of automations and whatnot. And she was like, it'd be really great if we had like a flow chart that just showed step by step everything that happens, what's on automation and all this. And literally, as soon as I got off that call, I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw that tweet, and I was like, I need this, right? And I've tried to build flow charts in the past, and they just look horrendous. Like they just don't look good. And I feel like they didn't really serve the point there. And yeah, wanted to hop on a call with you guys to get it done like professionally. And I think since you guys have like a really good background with operations automations, you guys helped me like kind of find a lot of holes in our flowchart. And that was really good to identify because then I was like, oh, okay, like I probably should have a process here for that. And then, we have a dev team, so I was able to pass it to our devs and have them build it out. But being able to find those holes was very important. And that's why like I was like this brain map is huge for us. And now it's, stapled inside of our onboarding software for all our new hires. And like, I mean, we just hired a new CSM this like last week, first kickoff call. First thing I did was open up the brain map and just go through the entire flow. And I felt like that helped him a lot. And I know that he uses it a lot to just kind of like just understand like, all right, this process, this is where it fits into everything. And so yeah, it was pretty crucial, and I think it's gonna only get better and something that we're just gonna keep updating and kind of grow with it.
I got a quick question. You mentioned you
Mhm.
onboarding new hires. When we were doing the company brain process, we took some time to map out your internal, basically your training portal, which you already have, which is a pretty advanced training portal, which you have for your team. How did it having a complete sort of map of every single one of your training modules and every single one of your SOPs and videos laid out for the team in that sort of visual manner help assist that onboarding of the new employee?
Yeah, no, like exactly what I was saying before. It's like he can just open up the brain map and he can say, okay, this is how the campaign launch flow looks like. Okay, let me click on this SOP, takes him straight into Trainual, and he's like, okay, this is the entire like step-by-step thing. And so it's like you get an overview, you get a step-by-step thing, and everything is just linked. So like it's just organized. And so it makes it way easier for them to find relevant information. And so that's been amazing. Like I've definitely felt like I've had a lot less like hand holding for this new hire versus like all the other ones where a lot of like the process oriented things were just not clicking as well. And so I think like, what's the saying? Like there people learn in 3 ways. It's like hearing, seeing, and whatever the other one is. Or maybe it's just two. But I feel like most people are like visual learners, specifically when it comes to process stuff. And so it clicks a lot better.
Awesome. Awesome. And then just shortly, and we're not going to bother you too much. I know you're a busy man. But you said you tried to do this yourself before. What was like the main thing that was stopping you, or what do you feel like was the main thing that was stopping you from actually getting it done at a level which you needed for you to actually use it and have it be applicable for your team?
Yeah, I think the big thing was like the swim charts and how you kind of or swim lanes, I think is what
Yep.
it's called, and how you kind of built that out. Because like whenever I was building the process flow myself, like it was just very confusing because like you would look at it and you just couldn't figure out like, okay, what here is an actual automation and what is like, a process that you do manually. And so then it's like when you look at it, it like you would just have to create extra blocks saying Zapier automation that does this, this, and this. And it just like it just was like way bigger and just like way more of a mess. And like even I found it hard to like look at and be like, oh, this is the flow, this is the process versus yours where it's like, we have the two swim lanes and it's like, or three swim lanes, it's client automations and then us, right? Or CSMs. And then it's like you can clearly see which one goes to which and which task is being done by which. And it's just way more streamlined for sure.
Awesome. Perfect.
Well,
Ryan, I'm
anything
out of
else
questions.
anything else you wanna mention for the folks at home, Mr. Abraham?
Yeah, if you see any really cool automation ideas that, I mean, I tweet a lot about automations and stuff. Don't hit me up to build it. Hit these guys up to build it. They'll do it better than I can. And they actually do this for like a living and as a business, so they'll do a lot more. So yeah, that's the last thing I'd end off with.
That's the catch. And use promo code Nick for
Yeah,
20%
if you
off.
want to download, if you want to download all of Nick's processes and secrets, comment Nick below, and we'll just tell you exactly how his business works. So you too,
Exactly.
112 clients in 2024.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, Nick. Appreciate it.
We're not gonna do that. You just
Yeah, I'm like, all right, let me go revoke access
you're
real
like,
quick.
wait a second. Let's just delete some stuff here. Remove access.
Yeah.
Remove access.
Yeah.
Awesome, Nick. Appreciate it.